Good morning. A quick update on the Aero guitar debacle. He's a friend. So, I want to put some perspective to things. I didn't make a video, and I don't think Kalen did a video to saying this is a bad product for clicks and clickbaity things. And you know what? Andy didn't make a video saying legal action was threatened. If you've seen Andy's video for clickbait, it's sometimes a company has a good idea, runs with it, and develops within a bubble. And they do a Kickstarter, and then they get some positive feedback, and they get some sales. Nobody's actually ever had the product in hand. And maybe they go down the wrong path. We as influencers have power, and with great power comes great coffee. I'm not in the business of ruining lives or jobs or products. I don't want to do this. I don't want people in China from Aeroband, that brand, to lose jobs. I don't want them to lose sales. They did this kind of on their own with the actual product. But when there's a high-priced product aimed at a beginner market, and me as a guitar teacher, because I've taught for 10 years, and I've have courses and all that stuff, and I'm sure that other guitar teachers who have seen the video will absolutely mirror or echo what I say. And the comments under the video clearly says you cannot learn guitar with this, you cannot learn guitar with it. Yes, there are issues, and I want to talk about these. But it feels like they had an idea, they ran with it, and then they kind of didn't know how influencer relationships work. They didn't know how we work. They thought we could be, well, you pay for a video and then you say, these are the talking points, and then you get talking points and that's it. They didn't quite understand that what we do is a responsibility, and we're honest about shit. A lot of us. So they didn't foresee this. One thing tells me very clearly how off they were on how to work with influencers. They targeted people that already know how to play guitar. It's not really the target audience. And B, they offered one to Glenn Fricker. Aeroband people. I think you're pretty nice people, actually. But you didn't do your due diligence. Do due diligence, get it? Glenn is a guy who's brutally honest. He's thrown things off roofs. He's trashed things. If he actually had agreed for you to ship the guitar to him, this would have been a much worse video that I would have ever made. So, if I had made it or not, if Glenn had gotten it in his hands, it would have been done. So, that's the bad that you made for yourself, Aeroband. Going to people where you didn't vet the channels and didn't make sure that their channels, that just present the facts instead of something that Glenn would have done, or what I did. So, there were two videos that were honest, and we said, we're not taking money for it, we just want you guys to know what the facts are about this instrument. And then they were like, oh my god, we didn't foresee this, we thought we're all getting oh, this is great. And they went into damage control mode. So what happened is that email to some of the influencers who already had the guitar saying, if you don't like it, please send it back. But if you actually make a video, we have to approve it. And if a negative video comes out, it could hurt our sales. Well, duh. You know what hurts your sales? A bad guitar, a bad instrument, a bad product hurts your sales. Not what we say. Because what we say just mirrors the bad product. We can only review what's in front of us. Okay? If I say good things in a video, it's because it's a good product, not because I got paid. So, this email went out, and that was the first reaction, damage control. Now, are we blaming Aeroband for that? Well, it comes from the Aeroband team, okay. Maybe we have no idea what happened. It could have been just the influencer relations person trying to save their ass, looking at, oh my god, I commissioned these videos, and now they're saying bad things, and the internet is exploding with bad comments about it. Maybe that email came out of a panic reaction from a single person. We don't know. It could be, I think, I wrote them an email after my video came out, said, I did this, here are the points again that you could improve. And it took 2 days, but then I got a long email saying, it blew my mind. saying, we met, we agree on the advertising that we did wrong, we agree on this and this and this, we want to do bending. I never critique bending. It's not a thing that the thing needs to be doing. Realistically, when you play an acoustic guitar with 12 gauge strings, you're not bending. You're strumming chords. And a long list of things they want this thing to be. And they said, let's have a meeting. Because I said in the video, Leslie tried it and failed and didn't like it. They said, we want to have a meeting with you and your wife. As a consultant. We want to hear your thoughts face to face. That shows me that they didn't watch my video and said, this is crap, we have the best product in the world. No, they were finally not surrounded by yes men anymore who said, this is the best thing ever. They actually had a real reaction from a guitar player and teacher, and they said, maybe we can learn from this guy. So they invited me for a call, and I've consulted for Chinese companies before. I work with companies all the time. Realistically, this is going to be quite a bit of time invested. And I said, not a problem. But because I waived my fee for the video, because it was not a positive video, I said, before we have that call, and I gladly have it, and we'll do some consulting, and I'll tell you what I think needs to be done. Would you mind actually paying the fee we agreed for on the video, which wasn't a high fee, I already reduced it. And they did. I'm amazed. I made that video, which now is, 60, 70,000 clicks, and it's pretty negative. And they did pay me for it. Wow. And then gladly, I'll try to help them see some of the problems. They also possibly, maybe, which is again a reaction that comes out of an inexperience in how to market with our community in the guitar YouTube world. They try to do damage control. Who at the company, single person, the team, I don't know. It looks like, I don't know, but maybe, they hired a chat bot, ChatGPT bot, some bot to spam the channels with positive comments. I erased them. Can I fault them? I don't know. By now, it's too late. But let me go into, I don't have the guitar here, I've packed it up. But let me tell you what I actually think, what really the problem is. I outlined this to them already. I will outline it again in the call that we're going to have next week. And I have to really say, this is a positive video. I applaud a company that goes to the guy that critiqued it this hard, says, let's talk, we want to hear thoughts, and let us compensate you for the time you've already invested. I mean, I tip my hat to that company, big time. So, the actual product isn't god-awful. The tracking, I was okay with. When you do fast strumming, it actually doesn't recognize all the strings. I think there's a polyphony restriction, like how many notes can be played at the same time. The sounds could be better nowadays. You could have better samples. It's just what do they want to invest in the tech. The fact that you're blocking the silicon strings with the fingers means you will probably learn it wrong a little bit, okay? The muting, not great, but as a guitar player who knows how to play, I could do what I usually do, and it was pretty natural. Now, the advertising needs to change. There's just lies in there, because they overdubbed actual guitars. There's one thing that said full wood body. They're jamming to "Oh When the Saints" and just having the best time with overlaid audio. It's horrible. That needs to all go away. And guess what? It did. They removed those videos already. So maybe they're really in a position where they've been surrounded by yes men. For the first time, they had independent people saying this isn't good. And now they're willing to listen. What can make it good? The hardware, let's say, stays the way it is. As a teaching tool, it could still hold some value if the app that comes for free with it actually has real teaching value. Right now, you're doing one finger chords. That's maybe for day one to have some fun with it. Having some fun with bad MIDI tracks, not happening. So that needs to be fixed in the app. Better MIDI tracks. Even there, instruction. You are seeing the number of strings. What strings are you plucking? That needs to be explained. The chords. Oh, we're showing you the chord diagram. So therefore I'm supposed to know as a brutal beginner what to do, what fingers to use, how to hold them. There is zero instruction. There's no scales. This is the pentatonic scale. Do this with your picking hand. How do you hold a pick? There's nothing in there. So they will have to spend, I would say, a good 6 months to a year actually developing a teaching program in there. Step 1, how to hold the pick. Step 2, how to hold the guitar. Step 1, how to hold the guitar. Step 2, how to hold the pick. Step 3, how to hold your hand. How to hold your fingers. How to apply pressure to it. What does your thumb do? All these things are things that you need to learn even with a plastic toy. None of that is in there. They need actual English voiceovers. The app needs to be fixed. Now, if the app was killer and actually guiding you step by step, then with the product, yes, it is an easier way to approach learning guitar. There's zero action, very easy. The sounds are there. It's always in tune. You don't have to fiddle with the tuning, which on a nylon string is horror. So, app needs to be fixed. They need real guidance in teaching in the app. Otherwise, it is not a teaching tool. And the price. They can do these two. Can they do this? Because at $500 or $560 or whatever it is, I will still say get some lessons, get an actual guitar, and just sit through the pain. Okay? I don't know if they can work on price because it is. Look, they worked on this development. There's people in marketing. There's websites. There's influencer relations that need to be paid for. There's plastic molds. It's not shaped out of a piece of wood, even though they might claim that. There's tech in there that costs money. And I'm saying anything over $199 is not going to happen. But that's probably too low for them to actually have a product that they can release. We're going to discuss that. But it should be discussed point by point. Where's the problem? Instead of us going, this is trash, this is trash, this is trash. I'm not in the business of ruining a company's reputation, ruining a company's product. In this case, they kind of did this for themselves. But if something can be salvaged, we'll talk about it in a call. I've had these calls with companies before. Anytime I critique something pretty harsh, instead of saying this guy's an idiot, he doesn't know something, a company that comes to me and says, let's talk. And actually is fair enough to compensate me for the video as they promised, even though it wasn't a good video. I tip my hat to Aeroband. They did massively screw up with those emails saying we want to see the content. They did screw up a bit by possibly maybe applying bots to spam the channels. It's all not good. But maybe we have to give them the benefit of a doubt, the doubtful benefit of they're just people. And they didn't know what to do. They had no mechanism in place in the company to handle negative reviews like this. They haven't had many products out where that happened. I think the pocket drum looks like a cool product. We have it here, Leslie's playing with it. And that was more positive than the guitar. So maybe let's not shit all over them and see where it goes. Let's keep our mind open. And I'm not saying that because they fucking paid me. I'm happy they did. Thank you, Aeroband. But a company that wants to enter into conversation with us, not just me and the other YouTubers as well, I think should gain back a tiny bit of respect. Maybe now you respect me less. I have no idea. I'm going to drink my coffee, upload this, and actually get some work done because this whole thing robbed me quite a bit of... What? Robbed me from. And I actually have shit to do that I do get paid for. That's, products that to smile about. So easy. Oh, God damn it! Bye-bye. Almost at the end. And the face I love was washed away with dirty